Hey there, this is the American Mutt, independent, also a member of the Holy Spirit of Humanity. I think it's so funny because I'm sitting here watching different manosphere channels and they say, oh, the man should be dominant, the man should be the top, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what part of nature ever showed that? I have fish, they aren't monogamous, they don't stay to the same fish. Bears don't sleep with the same bears. Lions don't sleep with the same lions. Matter of fact, most of nature, the male really has nothing to do with the upbringing of the child. There's some, but on the most part. Who's the most vicious? Female bears, female hippos, female crocodiles. But some reason we think that humans, the male is the dominant species, which is a total lie. Up to probably the 1900s, women have been as important to the role of surviving as the men. They may not have been in power, even though you did have queens that were ruling countries. But men's job is not to protect just women. Women's job is to protect men and women, and men's job is to protect men and women. But most of nature does not agree with the philosophy that a male has to protect the female. Matter of fact, most of nature, the male doesn't do damn thing for the female. Even in groups like elephants, both male and female will go after you, not just the males. But we're led to believe this lie. Now, I'm a full feminist, full-blown, old school, real feminist, not this fake shit that women have now. And women should pull their own goddamn weight. Men should not be taking care of women at all. Men should be taking care of their children, yes. But the woman is a partner, not another child. And all these manosphere channels, oh, no, the woman should be the child to the man. Yeah, no. And I love how men have always been stronger. No, again. If you go into any home that's 1900s or before, the doorway is going to be roughly about 5 to 5.5 inches high. People were short before modern day. You didn't see very many 6-foot tall men in the 1900s. That's why Abe Lincoln stood out so much, because he was so tall over everybody else. You didn't have basketball like you do now because you didn't have these 7-foot tall giants like you do now. And a lot of it's because of the food. But we want to live a life full of these lies. That's, oh, no, men have to take care of women because that's what nature says. Where? I'm a practicing witch. I study nature. Where in nature do trees? Oh, no, I only mate with that tree. No. Do bugs? Oh, I only mate with that bug. No. Spiders? I only mate with that spider. No. Matter of fact, nothing other than maybe 5% of all living creatures actually do this, staying with another spouse. Turtles come up on the beach and lay their eggs, and sea turtles. Snapping turtles do the same thing. The male has nothing to do with it. The male has nothing to do with raising a child. Now, you fathers that are out there, take care of your kids. We are humans, and we have to take care of them until they're 18 so they can survive. But we need to end this lie that men are supposed to take care of women. And no, it's a straight out lie. Up to a certain point in time, and this is what really gets me. Because up to the 1900s, most people did not work for a factory. Most people did not work for a company. They did their own work or survived on their own land with their family. And the woman did just as much work as the man. I am sick of us living in these lies. Women were more feminist back in the 1900s and 1800s and before than they are now. But when you want to sit there and manosphere channels say that the men are supposed to be the top, show me where. I can show you thousands of different creatures that the men have nothing to do with. They create the child and then they go. Matter of fact, 90% of nature does that. And yet we're in that 10% that decides that we should match up, pair up with a couple or a person and stay with that person for the rest of our life. Really, the only real goal for a human, create another human, pass your legacy on, and create a better world. That's pretty much it. But this is going to be a shorter one. To any of you want to argue with me, bring it on. I got nature behind me. And I got the proof to show you that most males have nothing to do with the child or the upbringing of that child. Whether it be animal. And now in modern day, most of these guys are walking out. Take the kid if you're going to walk out at least. I mean, single fathers can do great. Look at Abraham Lincoln. His dad was a single father. And I raised mine on my own. So you can do it, man. You can win in court. You just got to go with the truth. That you want to raise your children and that you love them. That's it. It's what wasn't the case for me. And I didn't even have a lawyer. She did. And she was pissed because the judge sided with me because he understood what was best for the children. So men, quit saying that the court system will not allow you to adopt your child or to take custody because it's a lie. The only reason you don't get custody is because you don't want it. So tell the truth. If you think that the single mother is better to raise the child, that's your prerogative. Myself personally, it turned out that the single father was the better way to raise the child. But that's my own little world. And yes, I had both parents except for I'm Gen X. So if you're Gen X, you know, even though you had parents, didn't mean that they gave a shit about you. We were just working class for our parents. We were created to do the jobs our parents didn't want to do. It was our parents creating their own workforce. That's the Gen X. That's why we were independent. That's why our parents sent us out on the world earlier than the millennials and the Gen Zs. It's why we are real men and not a bunch of fake millennial and Gen Z weak men. But to any of you want to argue, discuss, bring it up. I'll go on any topic you want to, because people don't understand nature. Be safe, be strong. You're never alone. Even if you're not with someone, you're still never alone. As long as there's other humans on the planet, you're never alone. As long as you understand that the atomic structure in your body is alive, you're never alone. And the key thing is the reason why you understand you're never alone is because there's no reason to unalive yourself. Worst decision a human can make for themselves. Be safe, be strong, and be independent.